Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to review, or not review, but more of say look through every single hero and see if they need a buff, a nerf, or if they can stay the same. This is all my opinion, so if you don't think like me, then so be it. Anyways, Diva. She could stay the same. She's pretty balanced. Doomfist, buff. He needs more damage. Drunken Queen? Drunken Queen definitely needs to be the same or nerfed. She does way too much damage, and if they keep buffing her, she might as well be impossible to kill. Orisa, they need to rework or buff her on her ultimate, because honestly, her ultimate's so underwhelming. Even in like a good spot, like control point or payload, it's still so bad. Like, people can shield the ultimate. It's not that good. Ramatra, I definitely will say needs to stay the same or be nerfed. He does way too much damage. I get too many play of the games with him, so he needs to get a nerf or stay the same. Reinhardt, definite buff. He gets countered by almost everyone. Doomfist can punch through his shield. Ramatra can punch through his shield. Orisa can spear through his shield. Basically, almost everyone can go through his shield and destroy him. And he's basically useless unless a skilled player is using him. So, a definite buff. Roadhog, definitely. Nerf or stay the same. Nerf specifically because he does a little bit too much damage. Sigma definitely needs a nerf on damage, so if his projectiles bounces off the walls, it should be like less, damage. Winston, more damage, or just needs to be buffed in general. Wrecking Ball, he needs to be either nerfed on his mobility or his tankiness. He has way too much health and he has way too much mobility. They need to nerf at least one part to make him balanced. Zarya, definitely, I would say, keep the same or nerf, because in the right hands, she can do a lot of damage. Ashe, the only problem I have with Ashe is that they made it so Bob targets whoever Ashe hits, which is really bad considering Bob does not go for a separate person than you, if there is a separate person. I mean, I know it takes out the person that you're currently focusing a lot faster, but what about the other person? Bastion, nerf. He does way too much damage. I mean, I know he has a minigun and everything, but he needs to calm down. Cassidy, he needs to get removed of his hinder. So definite nerf. Echo, buffed or stay the same. In the right hands, Echo can do a lot of damage, but really she's kinda underwhelming. Genji, also pretty underwhelming. Needs a buff. Hanzo, they need to nerf him. I'm sick of getting one-shotted by Hanzo every single second of the day. Because a Mercy Pocket, a Junkrat, and a good aiming Hanzo can do a lot of damage to one Ramatra, or just any tank in general. Junkrat, nerf, nerf, nerf. He does way too much damage. Everyone can take infinite amount of bullets as long as they have enough health, and you're telling me they can't survive an explosion? Bro, that's just dumb. Anyways, Mei, they need to debuff or just rework her ult in general. Her ult's way too overpowered. It can win way too many fights if in the right hands. Pharah, a Mercy Pocket, Pharah is just impossible to kill basically. Unless you have good Cassidy, good Ashe, or good Bastion. and etc. and etc. Reaper, definitely debuff on the Siphon. He gains way too much health, and he can basically live for centuries on the backline. Soldier, she needs to get lowered of damage. I know they already debuffed her, but it just felt like she didn't even get debuffed at all. Soldier 76, he needs a buff on his like running, cause I feel like his running's now like easy to catch up with everyday abilities now. So like Tracer can easily catch up with him. Hanzo can basically one tap him. Basically any character with movement will be able to catch up with him pretty quickly and kill him before he can get away. So he needs to be faster. Buff. Sombra, she needs to stay the same, specifically because she does a lot of damage to hacked enemies. So Sim, she shouldn't get beam charge for her sentries. Now that sounds like a big nerf, but be honest, how many times have you been killed by a Sim sentry and have been at least a little bit mad about it? At least like 937% of you. Because I know it has happened to me many times before. And Torbjorn, his turret does a lot of damage, so I just wish his turret did a little bit less damage. Tracer, she should stay the same even though I main her. But I'm not going to be biased, so I say she would stay the same. She's not overpowered for those who say she is. It's just people that has a good mind and that can actually use her correctly. Widowmaker, just remove the one shot. It's too dumb to keep one shots into the game, in my opinion. And it's basically impossible to know that a Widowmaker is aiming at you until you are finally dead or you actually spot her in the act and run away beforehand. Ana, stay the same, she's pretty balanced. Baptiste, definitely needs a nerf on his immortality and how much health he keeps. Maybe because it's so hard to kill a team with immortality on behind a wall, and then all the BAP and any other support can just heal everything, and it's like a dead fight has become a really good fight, you know. Forget needs a lot more healing buff. Without healing, she's basically not even a hero. Kiriko, she definitely needs a nerf by expanding her hitbox a bit, because even as Tracer, it's hard for me to hit her. Lifeweaver, he needs a shorter hitbox. Like, I can literally hit him from 87 miles away on Doomfist. Like, that's how big his hitbox is. Lucio, he needs like lower shield health on his ult, I feel like, because it gets in the way of it. Like, it basically full counters Diva ult and pretty much any big ult like Rhine Shatter or Ramatra Annihilation. So needs a debuff on the temporary shields. Mercy, she's so broken. She needs a nerf on either her mobility or on how much power she heals and how much power attack bonus she gives. Because honestly, it gets a bit too broken. Moria, she needs to be nerfed to the ground. She shouldn't even be able to do damage, because I have always had a Moria with basically 2 healing on the team. Like, either they need to buff her healing or they need to nerf her damage, because honestly, it's getting annoying. Then Zenyatta. Zenyatta does a lot of damage. I feel as though a bit too much sometimes, because with the well-timed hold on the right click, it can be devastating on anyone on the other side. Anyways, that's it. We went to tank, damage, and support. If you liked this video, then like. If you didn't, then dislike. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe. If not, that's always okay, because I'm a little creator. I don't expect too much support. Anyways, have a good day or night, depending on when you're watching this or when this comes out.